Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, my name is Vader, and in today's video, we're going to be ranking every single Metaverse mod in Fortnite history from best to worst. Now quickly, before we begin, let me clear up what actually counts as a Metaverse mod. Essentially, these are the mods that have released after the launch of Chapter 5. This means no creative, no team rumble, and no battle royale. Those will not be on the list. Hey, but now that's all cleared up, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. We are on the path to 1k subscribers, so any help is appreciated. Hey, but without further ado, let's head straight into the Metaverse ranking. Alrighty then, and starting off this list, at the number 11 spot is Jam Stage. I mean, what do we even say about this mod? It is potentially one of the worst mods Fortnite has ever come out with. It is quite literally just a place for you to walk around and play jam tracks. And honestly, I just don't get the point. If you want to relax in like a social environment, you're just gonna go to Party Royale. I don't understand who this mod is for. I mean, it's only ever had one update during the Star Wars event. It has absolutely nothing to do. It's really sloppily put together. It's an absolutely atrocious mod. And that's why it's all the way at the bottom of the list. It barely counts as a mod. This could literally be removed and nobody would care. And coming up next at the number 10 spot on this list is Festival Battle Stage. Do any of you even remember this mod existing? Because I didn't. I completely forgot about it. Obviously, it released during Chapter 5 Season 3. I mean, it's definitely a very Chapter 5 Season 3 mode. I don't really know how you describe that, but it definitely feels like it came from that season. And in my experience, it is just a miserable mod to play. I literally have not had fun once playing it, and I did have to play it to record some footage. I just did not enjoy myself as much as I tried to, and believe me, I tried and tried again. I just didn't understand how to actually play this mode. Listen, in my opinion, something like this absolutely has promise. I mean, I think it's a really interesting concept for a game, but the thing is, I just don't think it works with the festival gameplay loop. I mean, I don't know what I'll replace it with, but I just don't think the Guitar Hero format is the right choice for this mode. Maybe I'm misunderstanding this mode, maybe it's the best mode Fortnite has ever made. I just think it's a little bit too stressful, and it's just not for me. And that's why it's at the lower end of the list. I mean, if you like this mod, leave a comment down below. Honestly, I would just love to hear what you see in this mod, because I just can't see anything. Hey, and coming up next at the number 9 spot is Lego Fortnite Break Live. Now, honestly, I was really excited for this mod when it was first announced. I was like, oh my god, wait, no way, is this going to be like Lego GTA? But when the time came, I loaded it up. I was like, okay, let's give this a check. I believe it came out around the same time as Ballistic, so I was trying those two mods out. It was just such a nothing burger of a mod. I mean, literally all the mod is, you can just walk around, you can buy houses, you can decorate your houses, you can earn money by working jobs, which is not what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be, fun. But that's just the issue with this mod. It isn't fun. I just don't know what they were thinking with this mod. I mean, you can't even punch players, which is half of the fun of a roleplay mod like this. I don't know, man. If they made this mod something similar to, like, I don't know, GTA Online, where it had a massive map, which is an issue I have with this game mod as well. It is absolutely tiny. There is barely anywhere you can go. It probably would have ranked higher up on the list. I mean, listen, maybe it's good for, like, I don't know, 5-year-olds. I mean, that's obviously the age range this mod is targeting. I just think they deserve something better. And hopefully, if I ever remake this video again, I can put this mod higher. But at the time of speaking, I just can't do that, and that's why it's ended up all the way at the number 9 spot on this list. And talking about getting let down, at the number 8 spot is Rocket Racing. I was so excited for this mod. This was easily my most anticipated mod out of the entire Chapter 5 launch roster. Obviously, Chapter 5 launched with 3 Metaverse modes, being Lego Fortnite Rocket Racing and Fortnite Festival. This was the one I was so excited for. I love racing games. One of my favorite games of all time is Forza Horizon 4. It is just an absolutely gorgeous game, and that is why I was so let down by this mode. I mean, going into it, you look at Fortnite, I mean, it's a cartoony battle royale. You'd expect this mod to follow that trend and have goofy items. It didn't. And honestly, that decision just boggles my mind. This mod is designed from the ground up to have items. Imagine how cool it would have been to have, like, I don't know, the car mods from Wrecked, I don't know, like bouncy wheels. If they had just fully committed to copying off Mario Kart, it would have been generational. The movement in this game mod is really good. I mean, I love how the cars in this mod feel, but this mod was just such a fumble, dude. I truly do not understand what Epic Games was doing. I mean, if they went back, they reworked the mod from the ground up, and they just added some items in, it would change the mod entirely. This game is yearning to be a little bit more fun, but unfortunately, the game is officially cancelled. And I just think that's such a missed opportunity. I mean, this had a massive chance to be great, and they just failed at the last hurdle. And that's why it's all the way at the number 8 spot. It should have been great, it just wasn't. Alrighty then, and coming up next at the number 7 spot in this list is LEGO Fortnite Expeditions. Now this is a little bit of a weird one, because it's actually already gone. They have completely vaulted this mod. I believe they merged it into LEGO Fortnite in some fashion. It's an absolute shame. This mod was so cool. It was basically like a Fortnite story mod, and I am completely mourning its loss. Because imagine how cool this mod would have been now that the storyline is actually getting kicked back into production. I mean, the mod itself, I'll talk about that in a minute, but I'm just talking about what could have been at the moment. I mean, imagine at the launch of Chapter 7, we have an entire The 7 themed expedition update. I mean, how cool would that have been? But hey, looking back on the mod itself, there is a reason why it got scrapped, and that was because the mod kind of felt weird. Obviously, when you got spawned into the world, you had to pick one of 3 roles. You had the Shadow Caller, which was kind of like a movement thing. You could use the Shadow Form item to turn into a flock of ravens and quite literally just fly away. You could also heal people. I mean, you had the Hunter, which was a DPS class. You had the Rift Ripper, which would basically just deal with all the enemies all at once. This mode was actually incredibly detailed, but it just didn't do enough to captivate the audience. I think the mod's biggest downfall was choosing to be a LEGO mod. If this mod had been like a normal standard mod, tons more people would have picked up on it. But its own style led to its downfall. There was no reason to make this LEGO mod. Listen, I'm sorry I'm not describing much about the actual gameplay itself and how it felt, but that is because I just didn't play enough of it to get a feel of what the game was like. By the time I was actually starting to get into it, the mod got removed, and that's why it's all the way down at the number 7 spot. Hey, and we're at the number 6 spot on the list, and honestly, everything past this point, I would consider to be great. And starting off with that is what I'm actually getting more into recently. It is LEGO Fortnite. Now, obviously, this was one of the first mods to release in the Chapter 5 Metaverse experiment, and it is great. As it stands, the mode has so much to offer. It has so much to do. I mean, at launch, don't get me wrong, this mod was incredibly bare bones. I mean, it should not have been released in the state that it came out in, but I mean, the game is still getting updates to this day. It just went under a massive overhaul. It had the Ninjago update. It's still getting like adjustments. I mean, obviously you had the huge Star Wars update, which is super cool. You had the Lost Isles update, which is also super cool. I mean, you have the fact that they've actually given you an end game boss, which was incredibly confusing why they didn't add that at the beginning of the mod's life. Why did you not have an end game for the game? But listen, I'm gonna be honest, I picked this mod right back up after the Ninjago mod drop, and I've been having a blast. I mean, I love building my little villages. I love building my little huts. It is such a fun mode. There's so much to do. There's so many things to explore, and if you haven't given it a chance since early Chapter 5, I wholeheartedly recommend you hop back on. I think it's just a really solid sandbox game, and it can definitely stand toe-to-toe with games like Hytale and Minecraft. I mean, frankly, what a glow up. Alright, and coming up next in the number 5 spot on this list is Blitz Royale. Now, this mod would have been so much higher up on the list, but the thing is, they have completely butchered this mod. I mean, it's still a very good mod at its core. I think it is a very strong mod. It's got a very strong loot pool, but the main issue is, of course, the removal of boons and medallions. Now, this was a mind-boggling decision. I have no idea what they were doing. I mean, that was the point of the mod. That was what the mod was based around. I don't know what you gain from removing the main part of the mod. It is such a fall from grace. I mean, it was clearing Battle Royale, it was clearing Reload, it was clearing OG. This mode was a juggernaut, but for some reason, they just decided to cripple it before it could get running. I mean, listen, looking on it positively, the game has so much good going for it. Obviously, I do like the idea of a 5-minute match. That is really cool. I mean, they had a legendary run of updates in the early weeks of Blitz. They had, obviously, all of the new points of interest. They had the complete Chapter 4 makeover, all of the little wacky weekends that they had. Listen, this mode is not built to be well balanced. No, this mode is designed from the ground up to have insane fights. It's fully intended to be entirely broken, and that is the energy this mode needs to bring back. Seriously, as soon as medallions come back to this mode, it will feel complete again, and that's why it's kicked off the top 5 on this list. It's up there with the best of the best. Alrighty then, and coming up next at the number 4 spot on this list is a new addition to the list. It is the Fall Guys Crown Jam. Now listen, I'm going to put this on the list here because it is just that good. I mean, seriously, this mode has been so much fun. I have been absolutely loving every single second of it. Even if the people playing the game are a little bit brain dead, this mode is so exhilarating. It feels so good to lose because you can actually just sit back and go, yeah, well played. There is no rage in this game. The only rage I have felt in this entire game mode is at my own teammates for being so ridiculously stupid. It is just incredible. It is such a fresh feeling mod to the game. And in my opinion, this fully delivers on the Metaverse promise. This just feels like an entirely full-fledged game that exists in the Fortnite space. I can see this mod sticking around the same way Blitz did, because I forgot to mention, Blitz was also meant to be a temporary mod. It was only meant to stay for around a month, but the mod was such a success, they just kept it around permanently, and I really hope this happens to this mod. mod because it is just that good. Listen, it's one of those mods you're not going to play for long. You're going to play it in like, I don't know, 10-minute blast, maybe 12-minute blast at most. But when you do play it, it just feels so fresh. Seriously, as soon as the people playing in this mod actually learn how to play the mode, it's just going to be incredible. This mod just goes to show that you don't have to be like a long-standing mod to make it to the top of the list. The mod came out a week ago and it is on top of basically every other classic Chapter 5 Metaverse mode. I have nothing more to say about it because it is definitely a very simple premise. There's not really much to say about it, but it is really, really good. And that's why it's all the way at the number 4 spot on this list. Alrighty then, and kicking off the top 3 spots on our list, at the number 3 spot is Fortnite Festival. Now, this is an incredible mod. It's actually what I go back to all the time. I mean, I'm a big fan of Guitar Hero. What can I say? I like Guitar Hero and I like Fortnite Festival. I mean, it's absolutely the best Metaverse mod to come out of the entire Chapter 5 lineup, and I just think it's a really good mod overall. I mean, gameplay-wise, it is absolutely incredible, but when it comes to the actual songs coming to the shop selection, I just think they're starting to become really, really poor. It's really unfortunate. You go back and look at like a post from 2024, you see like 12 different songs coming out in the first single week, and then you come onto the official festival count, you look at the most recent one, and it's literally a single song. It is kind of on life support at the moment, but the mod is actually really, really well done. You have quite a good selection of songs when they are actually in the shop. The festival headliners are usually really good. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a few that have been forgettable, but I mean, like 9 times out of 10, this mode hits. Obviously, I've already mentioned the game feels really fun to play. They've definitely fixed it so it's a lot more responsive. I mean, since the mod has come out, you've had tons of quality of life improvements, such as like, I don't know, a timer for when the song's coming on. I think the breaks are a really good idea. My hands do get a little bit cramped while I'm playing this mod, so you know, they're a welcome addition. I mean, the pre-game lobby is actually really cool. You can actually go explore it. I mean, you can see the stage that you perform on from a window in that same lobby, which is just a really cool detail. They didn't have to do it, but they did. I mean, I don't play this mod all the time. I've definitely been playing Blitz a little bit more than Festival, but I cannot deny that this mod is better. If you're into this kind of stuff, you're gonna love this mod, and that's why it's ended up this high on the list. Hey everybody, Editor Jazz here. I completely forgot about Fortnite Ballistic, so I'm just going to slot this one between these two. Consider this a, 3.5. Consider it 3.5. Fortnite Ballistic is such a cool and interesting mod, and to be honest, while it's not exactly my cup of tea, I think it is a really, really well put together mod. I really enjoy the gameplay loop. Listen, I'm not even going to lie, I think the gunplay of this game, obviously the thing this game is entirely based around, is really solid. They have incredibly strong weapons, like the scope drum gun. I mean, you have the Reaper sniper rifle. Tons of weapons from Chapter 5 have come to this mod and have had an incredible glow up. This mode in general is just really, really, really rock solid, and I can't fault it for much. There is one issue I have with it, with the fact that like most of the maps seem to have these shell designs. I don't really know what that's about. I mean, when you look at other mods like Lego Fortnite, which has entire open worlds, you have a look at Festival, which gets a new season like every 2 months. I mean, you can just tell this mod doesn't get the same amount of care as everything else, which is such a shame because the gameplay loop of this mod is really, really well done. Obviously, it's kind of like Counter-Strike. It's an extraction shooter. You run in, you plant the bomb, you defend the bomb. A lot of the community doesn't treat it like that because they don't really know how to play the game. They just kind of go into the game expecting like, like first-person scrims, like Call of Duty kind of thing, which in my opinion, that should actually be a mod. Use Ballistic as a base and create like a first-person shooter. That'd be real cool. You know what? As the mod stands, when it's played how it's meant to, it's a really, really solid mod, and I'll give it that much. Honestly, that's all I have to say about this mod. It is pretty good. It deserves to be at the 3.5 spot. I think it's a really good mode, but I just think it could be better, and that's why it's where it is. Hey, back to you, Normal Jazz. Hey, thank you very much. All right, and coming up next at number 2 spot on this list is Fortnite Reload. What an incredible mod. I mean, this specific mod has been getting update after update after update. It's obviously been getting new loophole all the time, and it is easily one of the most well-polished mods in Fortnite history. I mean, you have so many generational updates, like the introduction of the solo mod, which in my opinion was such a clear victory for the mod, and it is one of my most played ranked mods. I love playing this mod on ranked, and the maps help as well, because I mean, you have some of the best maps in Fortnite history with some of the best locations in Fortnite history. In my opinion, Oasis is the best map to come out of Fortnite Reload, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that is entirely because of Adobe Abodes, which is one of my favorite locations. It is packed with loot. I mean, seriously, I'm looking it up right now. There are well over 60 chests in that single location. It is insane. Seriously, this mod has output some of the best maps in Fortnite history. It's output some of the best gameplay in Fortnite history, and I absolutely love this mod to pieces. I mean, you've even been having the recent modifiers to the mod. I mean, I don't know if I have any footage of them happening, but I mean, Venture, you had the floor is lava. On Oasis, you had fast moving storms. I don't really know what you had on Slurp Rush, to be honest. I'm not entirely too interested in Slurp Rush, but I can imagine it was cool. I mean, what else can I say about this mod? It is, to be frank, one of the best modes in Fortnite history. I mean, it's a direct contender to Battle Royale. You could easily load up this game without playing Battle Royale. I mean, just play Reload and you will have a fantastic time. But in my opinion, you're not gonna have as much fun as the mode at the #1 spot. Some of you guys might have already guessed it, so you know what? Let's get into what I put at the very top of the list. And right at the top of the list, at the #1 spot, it can only be one mode. It is Fortnite OG. What a game mode. It is, to be frank, one of my favorite modes in Fortnite history. I have been playing it over Battle Royale. Now listen, while it's definitely had a bit of a rocky path going forward, obviously you had the disaster that was Season 2, and you had the travesty that was Season 6. Even through all of those mishaps, the mode has still felt fun. Obviously, it has the benefit of being Chapter 1 of Fortnite, one of the most acclaimed periods in the game's entire history. At the time of recording, we're in Season 7 of OG, which just feels so nice. I mean, the developers have actually put in an effort to fix the game, and the game is at its best point since Season 1. Of course, I've got to mention Season 1 because it launched with an interesting caveat, which was there were no bots. I mean, if you played Fortnite from day 1, you literally would not have experienced that since Chapter 2. I can see why they added them back after the first few weeks of Season 1. Obviously, it's Chapter 1 Season 1, not many people are going to stick around for that. In my opinion, for Season 1, it should have only been for like half a month, and then it should have just moved immediately on to Season 2. But even with bots, this mod is incredibly fun. Obviously, you have the return of certain items every now and again. You had the recent return of the Infinity Blade. I mean, you also had the return of the Zapatron for the first time ever. I mean, it's just let me re-experience all of my memories from Chapter 1. I started playing the game in Season 7, and it is just so cool to play that game again. In my opinion, Metaverse mods are definitely better, and you can see this going up the list when they are closer to resembling the actual Fortnite gameplay loop. I said this about Reload, but you literally could just play OG and not notice a single thing. This is my favorite Metaverse mod of all time. It deserves to be at the top of the list. Alrighty then, thank you all so much for sticking all the way till the end. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I've also been forgetting to mention, we have a Discord server. If you click the link in my bio, you can get chatting with the community. I mean, it's an incredible server. It's full of the most amazing people I know. So if you want to get involved in a community like that, head on over, and I can't wait to see you there. Hey, but you know what? All you have to do is stay safe, drink some water, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!